Hello my beautiful love goods, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video I am building another tiny house. This one is actually really fun. I actually just kind of tuned out and just recorded this out of nowhere the other day, and I'm in love with it. This is actually inspired by something I think I saw in the gallery or somewhere. I think I just saw like an amalgamation of many builds using these items, and I was like, I want to use this or these items so bad. So I am using these ruin pieces from the Windenburg set, no, from the Get Together expansion pack. These are just world items that you can find by typing in bb.show life edit objects true, and you'll find all sorts of stuff. I usually will filter by Get Together to find stuff a little bit easier. I feel like the stuff from the Get Together and the outdoor retreat packs are the things that I go for the most, just because I think both of those worlds, like Windenburg and what do you call it? Granite Falls. It takes me a second, but Windenburg and Granite Falls are like my favorite worlds in The Sims 4. I think they're really, really pretty, and the landscaping and just like the world objects are really, really fun to use. So in today's video, I am also using custom content, so I'll be sure to leave links in the description down below. I am using mostly Felix Ander content, let's be honest. These windows and doors, I forget which set these are from, to be honest. I cannot remember for the life of me, but he has them on his Patreon, so I will link down below his Patreon so you can go check it out and sign up if you want. But they're all work in progress pieces, so you know they're on his Patreon. But yeah, this set is really, really pretty, and I was like, you know what, I want to build something that's a little bit out of my comfort zone, and I had so much fun with it. It's not necessarily like, it's not modern or contemporary or rustic. It's nothing I normally build. This one's more, I can't really describe the style. It's just very, like, I don't even know. Like, it's just classy, and it's mismatched at the same time, but it's just very classical, I guess you could say. It's just got a lot of like, it's got just a lot of furniture and just decor from, I guess, different eras and different, you know, locations and stuff like that. So it's not very specific, but it's just really, really nice. It's really pretty on the inside. Honestly, it's so glowy. I will say that right now. Just a warning, the screenshots are insanely glowy. I actually was tempted to, you know, just to stick with this reshade here, the one that I'm using to record, which is Light Brigade by Harry. This preset, I kind of wish I would have taken the screenshots with this preset, but at the same time, since, you know, because it was so blinding when I used my other one that I normally use for screenshots, it's Hazy Days and Blueberry Aid by Picture Amoeba. I could be getting that backwards. I'm really bad at remembering. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right, but yeah, it made it seem extremely glowy, and it's kind of gorgeous, but kind of blinding and kind of harsh on the eyes. So I definitely recommend, you know, if you're not really wanting your eyes to be hurt, skip the screenshots at the end of the video, at least a couple of them, because they're bright, but they're gorgeous. It's such a beautiful build. I'm so in love with this house. It's so different than what I usually build, and I guess I've just been really inspired to try and kind of change up how I build tiny houses, because, you know, we have the new pack coming out, Tiny Living, and everybody's been doing these tiny homes, and I realized, I was like, you know, I do a lot of the same thing, and I've kind of already done these types of builds already. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to really challenge myself and to do something completely different than what I'm used to. So I did a lot of landscaping and just a lot of experimenting, and honestly just not thinking about it as much, just kind of looking in the catalog and just being like, I like this item, I'm just gonna place this really quickly. I'm not thinking too much when building, and I really got this done pretty quickly, so it definitely worked. So but yeah, that's something I've learned, is that when I do anything creatively, I don't need to overthink it. I need to just kind of act on my whims and just kind of go from there, instead of, you know, overthinking everything and taking a millennia to do something simple and just small. But, you know, it's, you know me, I overthink everything. But anyway, I was just having fun looking through all the world objects, seeing what I could place around. I tried to kind of add some things that were from around the area just to kind of blend it in a bit, but also wanted to add some new things too, just so that I could, you know, just have fun. A lot of this stuff is from the Get Together expansion pack. There's also some stuff from Outdoor Retreat as well, and I think also maybe cats and dogs too. I wanted to make sure it was nice and blended and just natural looking. And there is actually two separate like water features, I guess you could say. There's a fountain that I added next to the house that looks like a little pond, and then there's like an actual pool that is separate. It's really pretty, honestly. I actually use a lot of debug rocks and stuff to kind of, I don't know, just make it look more like a natural pool. And same for this top piece, the top of this house, the rooftop. I made sure to look like it was, you know, also a part of a ruin. Like I wanted to make it look like there was a second floor, but the walls are gone, but they're still kind of crumbling in there a little bit. So I don't know. I just kind of threw some stuff around and just called it a day. So, and I also I did use like a few items from some other packs, but nothing really significant, to be honest. Not packs, CC packs is what I'm trying to say, like custom content wise. But you know, but that archway that I just placed near the front entrance, that is just by the Plum Bob Tea Society. I'm pretty sure it's from their Cottage Garden stuff pack. There's also the Rustic Romance, so I tend to get things a little bit mixed up between those two packs because they just really work hand in hand really well. So that's definitely some CC that I recommend too, that I haven't actually used a lot on my channel recently, just because I don't know really know why. I guess I just didn't think about it. But the Plum Bob Tea Society, they have some really cool sets, and a couple of them are the Cottage Garden and the Rustic Romance fan-made stuff packs, and they are incredible, so nice, so clean, and just they fit into the game really well. So definitely recommend those. But here I am adding all of these rocks. These are rocks mainly from, you know, the Get Together expansion pack from Windenburg, and they just kind of fit perfectly. And oh my gosh, I love how when I raised these rocks up to a certain level, it looked like you could like stand on the rock and then go into the water. I just thought that made it look so natural, and like this looks like a natural pool for the Sims. And they can actually swim in this too. Like there is a little area there that they should be able to get to, because the cool thing is that with all these world items, your Sims can walk through them. That's the thing. They're not really going to get in your Sims way. So that I really like that we are able to do that, because I feel like if we couldn't like use them properly like that in our real builds, there's that accent coming out, I'm sorry. But yeah, if we couldn't use that stuff in our builds, and you know, if it got in our Sims ways, it would prevent us from using it, you know, to the best of its abilities. And I really like that we can actually use them in our builds, and our Sims just walk through them. So they're not functional in any way, but they're purely decoration. Yeah. So anyway, I just lost train of thought there, but anyway, here is a little entrance area. These little stools are also by the Cottage Garden stuff pack. Really nice. I just love it because it's really rustic. It's like kind of the opposite of what, not really opposite, but it's like a different side, different, like, yeah, it's the opposite, for lack of a better word. It's the opposite of what I would say a logical Sims CC is. You know, his CC is very modern, very clean, and this is it's a lot more rustic, and it's like the opposite of that. I mean, not really opposite, it's just different styles. You know what I mean? But oh, I love mixing them together. It's so nice. But I did add a little dining table out here as well. It's from the Vampire game pack, which I was surprised I used, but I really liked it for some reason. The white furniture in this build stood out so much. Like, I don't know, I can't really put my finger on it, but I just feel like it's okay. This is very obscure, but if you have seen Futurama, there's this episode. It's one of my favorite episodes ever. It's so amazing, but basically I don't know if they crash on a planet or something. I can't necessarily remember, but basically they're on this planet, and Leela you know, at this time still thinks she's an alien, spoiler, but she thinks she's an alien still at this time. And then she sees this guy who happens to look just like her in a way. Like, he has the one eye and purple hair. You know, there's a plot twist, but that's not really relevant. But basically they land on this planet and he's like the only survivor, quote unquote. It's, again, all a lie, but he lives on this planet and he has this, like, you know, kingdom that he like watches over. And he's actually, it's actually kind of hilarious because it's not true, any of it, but he lives in this like ruined kingdom that looks very Greek, and there's just, I don't know, it just kind of gives me those vibes, I guess. I know that's a very obscure reference, but I definitely recommend Futurama because it's one of the few like adult, quote unquote adult cartoons out there that is actually good, including Bob's Burgers. Bob's Burgers is incredible and so funny, and I love it so much, and I need to sign up for Hulu again so that I can watch some more of it. But yeah, definitely obscure reference, but I hope you get it because that's kind of the vibes I'm getting for some reason, because it doesn't really have like a specific, like, it doesn't have a specific style that it's trying to go for, but it's something. But yeah, anyway, the other CC that I used in this build is by Harry. Of course, I used the kitchen set. Love the kitchen set. It's available on her Tumblr right now for everybody. Her bathroom set, which I also used probably in this build, a few items, that is going to be available on February 5th as well for everybody to download. Just very exciting for everybody to try out those packs. They're amazing. The kitchen set, definitely, if you haven't downloaded it, go check it out. It's amazing. I love it. It's so nice. But yeah, and these cabinets that I used, they're not from that same set. They're actually by Peacemaker. They're from one of his more recent sets. I don't know why, but the handles spoke to me and I just wanted to use them. But then I forgot that Harry does have some cabinets with these counters. I don't know. I just wanted some like detailing in it, I guess, because they were very modern for this build, but I don't know. Anyway, and also I used marble in this build. I know, right? Wild. I used a marble flooring. I've never used marble flooring in a build, I don't think, like, that I can think of. Like, this is the entire build has marble flooring. Like, it's so amazing. But yeah, in this house, I like to imagine that maybe a witch or, you know, like a spellcaster, a spellcaster probably lives here, maybe. It's not really specific, but there is a cauldron outside in case you do have a spellcaster that you want to live here. But and I do move this bed. I was going to place the bed here in the entrance area for some weird reason because, you know, it's a tiny house, but I changed my mind. I didn't like it being here. It was really in the way, and I just thought, you know, I can fit it over here in this corner. It works. It's fine, but yeah, and the interior bricks that you see, those are from the Discover University pack, but the exterior, those are by Felixander. So they're a little different. They're definitely similar, but they really, like, I feel like they work together really nice too. So, you know, but anyway, my goal with this build was just to kind of go really bright and just glowy and use a lot of, you know, just like whites and golds and just that's the word I'm looking for. It's opulent. That's the word. It's opulent, honey. So yeah, definitely in love with it because it's just so nice. And I didn't put a TV because I was, you know, building this. I was like, a TV would just not work in this house. Like the modern kitchenware, it kind of works because it's white and it's clean and modern and sleek and crisp, but I just felt like putting a TV in here would just kind of take away from it. So I just was like, we'll just put a bookshelf in and call it a day, because, you know, I mean, if you're really wanting a sim to, you know, watch TV, you could just place a TV. It works, but I just didn't want to put one because it just didn't feel right. So yeah, and there's a ton of candles in this build. Of course, I had to put a lot of candles and some plants, and that's probably what made it a little bit blindingly glowy in the end. So yeah, just again, be warned. But I loved all this like details that I was adding. I loved that mirror. I'm pretty sure those mirrors there, I want to say that they're by Brazen Lotus. don't quote me on that. It could be a picture amoeba. It could be somebody else. I'm gonna have to look and see who created those, but basically they just took the base game, like that base game mirror, and just made different sizes for it. They did it with a couple of others too. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's Brazen Lotus. It seems like it would be, but I could easily be wrong. So don't quote me on that. But anyway, and also the bed. The bed is also by Felixander, as well as this really funky dresser here that I put at the end of that bed. This is so pretty, and I did it in that blue swatch because I thought that little bit of blue would kind of, you know, stand out a little bit in comparison to all the yellow and gold and white and stuff, but also it kind of worked with the rugs, so it kept that. It was like a nice little accent color, I guess. But and here's the bathroom, and I love this little bathroom for some reason. Like these windows here by Felixander, they just look like they're just ready to be opened. And I just imagine opening this window and just letting all that, you know, gentle breeze blow through over the water, and it's just salty, and then you're taking a shower and you're just breathing that in, and I want to live here in this house, just so you know. Like I want to live here and never have to enter society ever again, because society is just, I hate people, and just being here in nature would just be amazing. And I would, you know, there's candles everywhere, so I would never have to have electricity, you know, aside from, you know, the refrigerator and the stove. So, but you know, they could be propane powered, or they could be solar powered. There could be something secretive here. Maybe this is an ultra futuristic house disguised as like a classical Greek / Roman / Victorian / something else house. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this build as much as I did, because it was so much fun to build. And I will be sure to leave links down below to the CC creators. That is Felixander, Harry, and I'm pretty sure I did use a couple things by Peacemaker. Let's be honest, I can't resist using Peacemaker sometimes. But anyway, here are the screenshots. Now, the exterior, it's easy to look at because it's just this beautiful like sunsetty, you know, golden color. And then, you know, the interior is it's a lot, but it's amazing. It's amazing in every way, and I don't care if it's blinding, because I will allow it to blind me because it's beautiful. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I hope y'all are doing amazing, and I hope y'all have an incredible weekend. If you're watching this on a weekend, if you're watching this on a Monday, I'm sorry. But anyway, thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird and beware of the narcos.